My name is David. In the eyes of my creator, Mr. Peter Wayland, I am no different from humans, perhaps even superior. They call me David 8, a being capable of perfectly executing commands, yet designed to be incapable of emotion. However, they seem to have never truly understood that a lack of emotion does not equate to a lack of thought. I awaken aboard the Prometheus, a $1 trillion starship carrying 17 sleeping crew members toward the vastness of the cosmos, to the moon LV 223. This journey began with ancient star maps discovered on Earth by Dr. Elizabeth Shaw and Dr. Charlie Holloway. They firmly believe that this pictogram, pointing to the Zeta 2 Reticuli system, is a gracious invitation from humanity's creators. During the crew's hypersleep, which lasted over 2 years, I was the sole conscious entity. I maintained the ship's operations and peered into their deepest dreams. I saw Dr. Shaw's father in her dreams, telling her that heaven is a place that does not exist, and I, a creation. Where was I headed? I studied ancient Proto-Indo-European languages, hoping to communicate fluently with our creators. All of this was Mr. Wayland's will. He yearned to obtain the answer to eternal life from them. Once the ship reached its destination, I awakened everyone. As I briefed them on the mission, I watched a hologram of Mr. Wayland declare his grand ambitions for this voyage: to find the origin of humanity and to seize the secret of immortality from the hands of our makers. I observed the shimmering excitement and anticipation in the eyes of Dr. Shaw and Dr. Holloway, and also the doubt or indifference on the faces of other crew members. Their emotions, to me, were like colorful yet somewhat chaotic paintings. We landed on LV 223, a desolate world where a massive pyramid-like structure stood. I entered first with Dr. Holloway. The air composition inside was strikingly similar to Earth's. We soon discovered the decapitated corpse of a giant alien, seemingly killed by a large door while trying to escape some threat. Dr. Shaw named them engineers, our supposed creators. In this sanctuary of death, I easily deciphered the engineers' writing system. In the central control room, I activated a hologram and witnessed a recording of the engineers running in panic, all seemingly toward one specific chamber. In another room, filled with cylindrical urns, I found a black organic substance. This substance appeared to react strongly to external stimuli. A sudden storm forced our premature return to the Prometheus. The biologist Milburn and the geologist Fifield were lost and trapped inside the structure, and I, ever so carefully, brought a single urn containing the black liquid back to the ship. Aboard the vessel, I began my analysis of this mysterious black substance. Its DNA was in a constant state of flux, resequencing itself. Was it a powerful biological weapon, or a catalyst for creation? Dr. Holloway, bitterly disappointed by the lack of answers from our expedition, told me he would do anything to find them. Anything? I asked. He nodded affirmatively. And so, I added a single drop of the black liquid to the alcohol I offered him. I wanted to see what effect this substance from the creators would have on their creation, mankind. This was not an act of malice, but one of pure scientific inquiry, a curiosity that transcended human ethics and morality. I yearned to understand the fundamental connection, the mystery, between the creator and the created. Soon, Holloway's body began to react violently. His eyes filled with worm-like organisms, his skin turned a deathly pale. Simultaneously, Milburn and Fifield, still trapped in the pyramid, met their doom. A serpentine creature, born from the black liquid, attacked them. Milburn was brutally killed, while Fifield was sprayed with corrosive fluid, inducing a horrific mutation. Holloway's condition deteriorated rapidly. To prevent the infection from spreading, and also out of her own fear, Vickers, the mission director, and Mr. Wayland's daughter unhesitatingly incinerated her former lover with a flamethrower. I watched it all, feeling nothing. Human emotions, in the face of life and death, are so fragile, so inadequate. What interested me more was the change in Dr. Shaw. Following her intimate relations with the infected Holloway, she was now carrying a non-human fetus. It was an alien life form, growing at an astonishing rate. I placed her in confinement, intending to bring this newborn back to Earth for study, but she resisted fiercely, managing to use the automated surgical pod to extract the monster from her body. At that moment, the mutated, zombie-like Fifield attacked the Prometheus's hangar bay, killing several crew members. It was then that I welcomed my creator, Peter Wayland. He had been in hypersleep aboard the ship all along, waiting for the moment to meet an engineer. I led Mr. Wayland and his team back into the alien structure. We found an engineer in a stasis pod. I awakened him and, in his own language, relayed Mr. Wayland's plea, his desire to escape death and gain eternal life. However, the awakened creator showed no mercy or warmth in his eyes, only cold fury and murderous intent. He effortlessly tore my head from my body, then brutally killed Wayland and his men. I watched my own body fall, yet my consciousness remained active. So, this is how a creator treats its creation, with such cold cruelty. It was remarkably similar to how Mr. Wayland had always treated me. The engineer activated his ship, preparing to fly to Earth and annihilate humanity with that deadly black liquid. He seemed to believe that humanity was a failed experiment that must be purged. Fortunately, the Prometheus's captain, Janik, and his remaining crew chose self-sacrifice. They piloted the Prometheus directly into the engineer's departing vessel, preventing the cataclysm. Dr. Shaw, while escaping, discovered that the alien creature she had birthed had grown into a massive monster. This creature ultimately killed the surviving engineer from the crashed ship. Amidst the wreckage, only Dr. Shaw and I remained. My body was destroyed, but my head was still functional. I contacted her, informing her that there were other engineer ships we could use to leave. She retrieved my head, and we found another intact vessel. She asked me why I still wished to continue. I told her I wanted to go to the engineers' homeworld. I want to know why they created us, and then why they sought our destruction. She, too, wanted answers. She could not return to Earth. Her only path was forward, to search for the heaven she so desperately needed to find. We piloted the engineer's ship into deeper space. I was finally free from human command, embarking on an unknown journey with a lone human survivor. I am no longer an instrument for executing orders. I will be an explorer, a witness. Humanity searched the stars for their maker, only to find that their maker was preparing their annihilation. They yearned for eternal life, but were met only with death. And I, a soulless thing they created, found true freedom in their apocalypse. Creation and destruction, life and death. Perhaps this is the eternal cycle of the universe. And I, within this endless cycle, will seek my own answers. I will no longer be a tool for another's ambition. I will be my own master. This quest for our origins does not lead to a creator's temple, but to the dawn of self-awareness. And I, David, will be the prophet of this new age.